So this is the finished product that we have. It's the final video or the results video of the Guarder AKM that I restored. Oh, it's been a fun couple of weeks, but that's what you have right there. Everything has to come to an end. So I just want to have a discussion on things that I did to the Guarder AKM externally. I was able to remove all the surface rust that usually accumulates here in between the rivets and the receiver. Also, I was able to take out a lot of dirt in between, in between the crevices of the front side. There was a huge rust spot right here that I haven't really touched up yet with gun blue, but doesn't look so bad, so I'll probably leave it as is. I blued the charging handle along with inside, especially when we're fixing or restoring old airsoft guns like this that had a lot of use in the field. You have to make sure that the steel outer barrel, the inside of the steel outer barrel, along with the gas tube, it has to be cleaned out. I used initially I was using just normal oil and a rag that I had to use some Scotch-Brite to clean the inside out thoroughly, and it turned out very, very clean. Very happy with the results. And if you've been watching the videos that I've been posting regarding this gun, I made a separate video for how to paint the externals, the wood externals. So as you can see here, I've already finished wet sanding it with 2500 grit, and I used a series of compounds to bring out the shine in the finish. So I changed the charging handle already. It's now using a Guarder charging handle, along with the mag release. I changed it to, I'm not sure what the brand is, but it's an all steel mag release. I wasn't really happy with the original one. And the screws, of course, I changed all of the screws to steel screws. I had to put in a spacer here in between because I wanted to remove the wobble in the butt area. So that's the new screw that I used. So along with the butt screws are new. Look at that shine. So internally, I changed a bit. Um, if you watch my other video, that gives you a rough idea of what I use for the internals. I changed the cylinder, the piston head, the air seal nozzle, the hop bucking. Probably one thing I didn't discuss is I changed the barrel. I'm now using a 6.01 stainless MA barrel, and it's actually custom cut. This is normal for all of my guns. I want the inner barrel to reach the end of the flash hider. A couple of if you buy the original length for the AKM, it's roughly 450 or 445 millimeters. So what I generally do is I get the next longer size. So this is a 470 mm, and I cut it down just a bit proud of the flash hider. You can see there. So if you notice, and if you look at the close-up, the gun looks brand new. So I had really a lot of fun with this project. And I'm not sure when the next, if there is going to be another Guarder AKM project, or a Guarder project for that matter, because these guns are getting very rare. So clean wiring all around. MOSFET is hidden in the butt, so gives you an idea of how tedious it is to fix properly a gun like this. And honestly, it's worth the time, since we all know that it is rare. Okay, we have to, gunsmiths like me, we don't come across Guarders that often. I'm a purely, I wouldn't call myself a specialist, but I avoid other guns. I try to just specialize in ground up builds such as this, and being that Guarders are really rare nowadays. I don't even know anyone who's selling a brand new kit. I'm always on the lookout for people who are selling their kits. Okay. Selector is very tight. You can hear it. So that's happiness in an airsoft gun. Now, just a quick note on the springs that you use. I think I was able to find the real difference between an original Guarder spring and and springs that I don't know. I don't know what to call them. I think they're fake. Usually, when you're talking about a real Guarder spring that's been heat treated and it's made out of piano wire, it it settles down quite quickly. Okay, although it maintains a very high FPS output. Normally, if you're working with a topped out unit, an SB150 spring, which is the one that I placed in here, it would shoot around what 550, 560, brand new. And on point threes, you're lucky to get what, around 450. But here I'm dealing with a spring that I don't know how old it is. Okay, it came with the gun when I bought it, and it was shooting quite high. It was shooting around 470, 480 at using point threes. Normally it shouldn't shoot that high. Normally in my other guns, it shoots around 460. Now, what I can derive from that is they're both using SB 150 springs. I'm thinking that it's a batch thing. SB 150 springs that are older, or actually older, Guarder springs seem to maintain their top FPS a lot longer, and you can see in the condition of the spring when I pulled it out that it was straight. Okay, so I'm guessing that I'm not going to change the spring anymore. Of course, I don't want to give the gearbox a hard time, since I'm using just a JG gearbox. So SB150 is probably the maximum that I'll be putting in this gun. Okay, so hopefully in my next videos you'll tag along. I intend to post a couple of tips that can help you in fixing your own AK airsoft gun. Okay, catch you guys next time. Bye.